In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a soundboard in Adobe Flash. I'm using Adobe Flash Professional CS6. I started by making a new ActionScript 3.0 file and placing in several components, including this graphic I got online, and a couple of rectangles with text on top and a octagon here with stop on it to serve as a stop button. Then I also put a few audio samples into the library. These are just MP3 audio samples of some Angry Bird sounds that I'm going to put into this soundboard. So once you have this part started, then the next step is to convert your drawings or your graphics into symbols as buttons, and then add the video or add the audio to them. So I'll select my first one here, my Angry Birds button, right-click and convert to symbol. I want to make this a button. I'll call this one theme, because I want to play the theme song with this one, and press OK. Then I just go double-click on it to get into the button, or the symbol editing. As you can see, the button has different frames called here, an up, over, down, and hit. We want to put the sound to play when it's being pressed down, when the mouse button is being pressed down. So we'll insert a keyframe over down, and then we'll simply drag the Angry Birds theme song onto the stage, and it will apply that audio to that frame. You can see the waveform in that frame. One thing I want to make sure of is that the properties of that audio clip, that the sync is set to event. It has to be an event for it to work. We can return to the scene now, and I can do the same thing with my next button here. I'll do that with the level complete one. I'll select it first and then make it a symbol. Again, a button. I'll call this one level complete. And you can see in my library I'm starting to fill it up with those buttons. Now I can edit that button, and again from the library drag my sound in to the stage. Oh, I gotta undo that. I need to make a keyframe on the down, so that it happens when the button is being pressed down. So once again, drag it in, and I can double check to make sure it is an event and return to the scene. Now I can preview this to make sure it's working properly. Control Enter will bring up the preview window, and if I click on my Angry Birds song, it would start playing, which it does, and the level complete one, which it does. Now, as you can see, because these are events, once I play them, they'll just continue to play until they end, unless something else tells them to stop. So I want to add a stop button to stop those sounds. To do this, I don't need to know how to code ActionScript. I can use one of the things involved or inserted already into Flash Professional, these code snippets available over here. So I will select my stop button, select my stop that I want to make my stop button, and then add a code snippet to it of audio, stop all sounds. When I double click on that, it'll say that I want to convert it into a code, or into a movie clip, into a symbol, so I'll press OK. It will then assign this to it. This code, I don't have to worry about what this code is. I can just close it out. That's what I need. And now now you can see an action has appeared in the layer. So now when I play the movie and I click on my stop button, it will stop all the sounds. I got one more button here that I'm going to also do, so I'm going to convert it to a symbol, make it a button, call it level start, join it, and this time I'm going to do a little bit more. You notice you have the other layers here in the button, or the other frames, the over, the down, and the hit. The over is when the mouse is hovering over the button, so what I can do is I can insert a keyframe there, and I could change the appearance of it when the mouse is being hovered over it. So if I just select the rectangle here, I could change the fill color. Say I'll change it to a yellow color. And now what's going to happen is when the mouse is hovering over it, it's going to change to that. I don't want the sound to play though until the button is pressed, so now I'll go to down, insert a keyframe, and then add the sound for that last one. Return back to, always should make sure that it's on event. It is. Turn back to the scene and test it. Now you can see when I hover over this level start, it changes color for me, and if I click it, it'll play my sound, stop the sound, and they all work. That's how to make a soundboard in Adobe Flash Professional CS6.